This reading is for Scorpio. Um, I don't fully understand what I see so far, but I'm going to tell you what it is, and you'll know, hopefully, what this is talking about. But the the zodiac signs that I see are Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. One, some, all, or none of these may be relevant, and that's okay. I'm just letting you know who's showing up in the reading. So, to begin with, this has to do with your self worth or with the money that you make from the company you work at. Um, your money, basically. It's either your money or your self worth. And there's something about tiptoeing around an issue. And I am hearing the word greed. And I apologize. I'm not saying that to be offensive. I honestly am hearing the word greed. Greed is involved. For some, this is not going to be for everybody. For some, it has something to do with like stepchildren or something like that. Some of you may be dealing with an issue that had to do with someone being fired. It's another thing I'm hearing. Understand the downloads that I get, they may or may not apply to all Scorpios, but they do to some. Or it even could be that some of you have dealt with a fire. I don't know. I'm starting to get tired, so it's harder for me, but let me just go right into the reading. You juggled an apology, which means that you didn't apologize or you kind of alluded to something but never fully admitted to something. This also could be juggling a child. It could be either way. Juggling a child means basically I'm on your side, but then your cohort, what's the word? Working with their enemy, it's just an example. That's not necessarily the exact situation. But anyway, I'm going to read it as an apology, though. You juggled an apology. There's a situation that is burdensome that you need to put down, but you're paranoid about a greedy choice. And I would say holding on too tightly to a choice, but I heard the word greed before I started this reading. This could be about a proposal. For others, this could be you made a greedy choice, but you're playing Prince Charming about it. You're feeling devastated and you have a guilty conscience. You're trying to be strong because you were left out in the cold, because you were financially invested in generosity, and you were waiting to become single from a commitment or a belief system or the government or higher education. Okay. I'm just going to say a commitment. A commitment is anything that we agreed to. Doesn't have to be romantic. So you chose to play Prince Charming and to be strong and to be left out in the cold. There's something to do with waiting for basically some sort of payout or payoff to become single from a commitment. Or maybe you felt confident about a commitment, but I don't see that. Because of generosity, you have a guilty conscience about waiting and being greedy and strong to juggle a choice. You were left out in the cold because of an apology proposal. Now you're financially invested and overwhelmed, devastated, and paranoid. Okay, that's kind of more confusing read that way. Basically, um, there's a lot of you that, and this may not be a marriage, but I'm giving an example as a marriage. So there's an apology that you needed to make potentially to a partner or about a partnership, about a greedy choice that you were playing Prince Charming about, only because you had guilt. Um, you may not want people to know that you were left out in the cold financially because you were planning to leave and you were receiving generosity for that or were expecting generosity for that. Can go so many different ways. Some of you also, it could have been that somebody tried to get you to wait in order to leave a commitment first. But the feeling that I'm getting is you were waiting for some money so you could leave. For some of you, it also could be, now this is going to be a totally different story. There's a situation where you juggled a choice and you were left out in the cold so that a child would make a proposal and they would be financially invested. Now you're overwhelmed, devastated, and paranoid. Um, I'm trying to give you all the things that I see because I know everybody's story will be different. Will be different. That's the stories I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it at that. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a donation for my channel, there will be a link for that in the description box below. Thank you guys. Bye.